friend. Good morning. I'm Lisa Schmidt from In the Zone Agility. First off, I wanted to welcome everybody. I have a bunch of new people here, so welcome everybody. Yes, I'm driving, so I'm not looking at the camera, but I have a lot to say, so I can drive and talk at the same time. So anyway, welcome all my new folks. Welcome, and I have some people that have come to me here, this group, through my online classes or through referrals. So I figured this would be a good time for me to discuss my training philosophy, since a lot of you guys don't know me in person or haven't, come to my seminars and heard my little spiel in person. So anyway, I am a very positive trainer. When I train, I always have a toy in my hand. I want to have a toy in my hand so that was a pothole. That was great. These roads are great in Kentucky. I want to have a toy in my hand so that I can reward the moment I see something brilliant. So I can reward my moments of brilliance at the moment they did something brilliant. So if my dog has a great turn, I can say yes, which is my word. That means exercise is over. Toy is coming. So I will say yes, toss my toy right away. It's important that you have a word that means exercise is over, toy is coming, so that your dog isn't always looking at you for the toy, right? My dogs drive, they learn to drive forward, and they keep working until they hear me say yes. So whatever word, I don't advocate using the word yes, because if you do any trick training and you use yes, it dilutes that. So use like get it or whatever word you want to use, I don't care. But so I have a word, yes means exercise is over, toy is coming, I toss my toy. I also want to hold the toy in my hand because I want to make sure that I continually handle, and I continually handle a la draw my path, everything about me, my body language, my cues. I draw my path to the toy until my dog gets to the toy if I've tossed it. So that I'm continually working until my dog gets to the toy. So like people that hold their and I'm sorry if I'm going to offend anybody or make fun of you about this one, but like people that put the toys up their shirts or down their pants, or for my Canadian friends, they sewed a pocket in the back of their sweatshirts, which was funny. But when you go to pull the toy out of your clothing, you quit handling. So like, what cue is pulling your toy out of your clothing? So if you can do that if you finish the run or the last obstacle, but a lot of times people are preparing to reward their dog. Yay, good job rewarding your dog. But before they finish the sequence, and so then that last sequence or the last obstacle that you're going, what cue did they get but your hand up your shirt or down your pants or wherever to grab your toy, right? So I actually hold the toy in my hand, so I don't have to worry about that, and then I continually handle until my dog gets to the toy. Or if I'm using a bucket, elevated foot target, I always draw my path until my dog gets there, and I don't drop my arm until they get there. So anyway, huge toy trainer, I try to reward a lot. I use food when I first start training, and I use food for other things, but I'm a big toy trainer. So that's the first thing. So very positive. I don't yuck or know my dogs. I have to say the one thing that does make me mad, and everybody has a point, right, is if my dogs flip off me. So they do that sometimes, and I might say no to that one because that's my boiling point. Like, that's the one thing that drives me crazy, and it's really hard. So everybody has it. But generally, I don't yuck, no. My dogs, if they go off course, I just kind of whip around and start all over again, and then reward the moment I see something brilliant. So speaking of that, though, let me continue on with that one. So, for example, if my dog doesn't turn, if I have like jump tunnel and I want my dog to turn and not take the tunnel, and then there was a bunch of obstacles after the tunnel. So if my dog goes jump tunnel, and I didn't want him to take the tunnel, but I was going jump, turn off the tunnel, and then do some other stuff, I would stop, work that turn off the tunnel. So I might just do like 2-3, get the turn, reward the turn. I would do it again, 2, 3, reward the turn, reward the turn. And then maybe I would go back and go 1, 2, turn off the tunnel, reward the turn. Don't continue on with the sequence until you've rewarded the area that you were having a hard time with. So like, I wouldn't just go, oh, okay, 1, 2, oh, my dog went to the tunnel, let me go 1, 2 and turn, and then continue on with the sequence, because you've just missed that opportunity to reward your dog for doing something that you just had a hard time with, right? So that you want to, make sure that when you're having an issue with something, that you break it up, break it down, and reward it, and then go on, right? Because I want to make sure that my dog understands what I am cueing them to do. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? All right, what else? So, I also am a huge foundation groundwork trainer. Like I have my groundwork classes, I have my connection class at Bobby Lyons Canine Campus, but even then, all my seminars, I always talk a lot about groundwork exercises. Like my dogs, before they even see equipment, so my puppy is 18 months old, yikes, he debuts next month, but before he even saw equipment, he totally understood all my cues. He understood my drawing my path. He understood if my arm stays out, you stay out. He understood if my arm comes in, you come in. He understands a lot of my cues, verbal cues and stuff, because of all the groundwork exercises I've done with my toys, buckets, cones, trees, garbage cans, whatever. Just stuff that I, taught him to go around, and he learned my body language and my cues. So there's so much that you can do away from equipment to teach your dogs how to read your cues, right? And these are things that you want to continually go back to with your advanced dogs as well. Like, I think that we teach our dogs stuff, foundation stuff, and then we move on, and then we forget to go back and work these things with our older dogs also. So I'm continuously working groundwork exercises and stuff with all of my dogs, just not my baby dog. They all do it. So, all right, rewarding. I'm going back to rewarding. So when you reward your dog, I think that, speaking of baby dogs, foundation and stuff, like I think when we first start training our young dogs, I think in general people are pretty good about rewarding their young dogs, right? Okay, they did something great, woohoo. And we forget to do that with our older dogs, right? Or advanced dogs, not necessarily older, but more advanced, right? Oh, he's got a title, oh, he's got a natch, oh, he's got a mock, or whatever. I don't need to reward him that often. Not true, right? We need to make sure that we continually reward all our dogs, our elite dogs, our advanced dogs, just as much as we reward our baby dogs, right? That is what will make your skills better. Your dogs will be more confident. They'll be faster. They'll be drivier if you reward more often, right? So like when I train, I think of myself as a skill trainer, because I set something up and it's a skill that I'm going to work on. So even if it is just my example, jump, jump, tunnel, jump, jump, turn off the tunnel, I will work that sequence, and I will work it from all different locations. So, yeah, sure, I might work it in my perfect position. Like, this is the position I want, and I'm pretty damn sure I can get the turn. But I am never where I think I'm going to be all the time. No one is, right? There are times where you get stuck. You're not where you think you want to be. And so how you handle that and how do you react to that? If you practice being in different locations and working your skill from all different locations, then it's not that big of a deal if you're not where you think you want to be. So I might do jump, jump, turn off the tunnel and be in my perfect spot. And then I will back up a couple feet. Then I will move to the right a couple feet. I will move to the left. I will rear cross. I will pull. I will lead out. I will not lead out, right? So even with a simple exercises like jump, jump, turn off a tunnel, I would do that, and I would work all different locations so that I could reward my dog for that turn, because it's that turn that I'm working on, right? Pulling off a tunnel can be difficult. So I want to make sure that I can rear cross and pull up, my dog will turn. I want to make sure that I can lead out. I want to make sure that I can do it from all different locations. So I train in, short sequences like that, and so that I can reward my dogs and reward my dogs often, even my advanced dogs, not just baby dog, right? So when I train, it's very rare that I will train like full courses. I might do a VT run here or there, and so then I set a whole course, but that doesn't happen very often. So even when I'm training for champs, and we can have a lot of obstacles, it's still very rare that I will run full obstacles. Granted, my dogs get a lot of exercise. I condition them, they do conditioning exercises, and they run balls out as fast as they can every day. So they are in great shape, so I don't worry about stamina myself when it comes to agility. But I don't do a lot of full courses, because then I've missed many, many opportunities for me to reward my dog for moments of brilliance, right? And I only have so much dog, right? I can't run a course a couple times, because when I train my dog, I want to train them when they are not tired, when they are ready to go, they are good to go, right? And if I do it once, my dogs put 100 million% into everything they do. So they do it once, they're tired. So I won't be able to do it again. And so then I would miss my opportunities to reward my dogs for great turns, great start lines, speed to the tunnel, great contact, whatever. So when I train in small sequences. I do few obstacles. I might do 3, just like I said, sometimes, even with my advanced dogs, and I tend to do that a lot before champs so that I really hone in on my skills. And then, in general, I might do 10 obstacles, maybe 12, depending. But I generally don't do a lot of long obstacles. I do a lot of short sequences, because I want to hone in my skills, and I want to reward often and reward for those great moments of brilliance that I'm getting, hopefully. And if I don't get them, then I work it, right? Then I break it up even more and reward, get my dog to do it so they understand what I'm asking them. So that's basically my training philosophy, right? I am really positive. I have a toy in my hand. I do a lot of groundwork exercises. I do a lot of short sequences so that my dogs are rewarded often. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I guess that's about it for now. So anyway, I am driving, and so when I stop, I will look at your comments. So if you comment, question, whatever, put it in there. If you have attended one of my seminars or have taken my groundwork classes or something, post in here and say what your favorite exercise was. That's always fun. What's like one of your favorite exercises that you've learned from me? That would be fun. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy. Bye.